Okay, okay, that's enough. You need to move over there.
No, I want to sit here.
No, you move over there. Move. Stay
Don't
right
touch
there.
me.
See, I believe that safety is a comprehensive issue. It can't just be certified staff receiving safety training. It has to be classified and certified. In numerous instances of shootings in this country, of school shootings, the latest being Columbine, we know for a fact that it was food service personnel and custodial personnel that helped evacuate some of those kids out of the danger zone. It wasn't a certified staff. Now, were there some certified staff? Of course there were. But the point here is that it's comprehensive. Everyone has to be part of the plan. But the training has to be real. So today we're going to talk about specific issues that are affecting the area of transportation and school safety, because you are an intricate part of school safety. In fact, in my opinion, transportation doesn't get anywhere near the respect it should. Psychologists tell us the worst place to be standing in comparison to another human being is not in front, is not beside, it's directly behind. At this point, people get nervous as he's starting to wonder what I'm doing back here. And it's interesting, we have employees that drive 50, 60, 70 kids sitting behind them. Anxiety levels should be high. So I'm developing a new bus, by the way, that you should know I'm working on a new bus design where the driver drives from the rear. Yeah. And then you tell the kids, how does this feel? And they don't know where they're going. So those are things to consider. The other one's a double-decker bus, just so you know. You drive from on top, glass bottom, and you just watch them do whatever it is that they do. Either way, we know that drivers are exposed to a higher level of anxiety and risk, because then if something does happen on your bus, how much room do you have to work with? Well, your walking room is about 8 inches. That's walking room. That doesn't include all the seats that are there. So the bus itself creates a very challenging environment. But one of the things we have to make sure is that before that environment goes bad, if it goes bad, that our drivers know what to do. What do we mean when we say use of force? What are we specifically talking about? Well, just so we have a definition, when we talk about use of force, we're talking about restricting the freedom of someone's liberty or movement. Restricting the freedom of someone's liberty or movement. Now, I want you to notice on your handout, in that first page, as we define these, this information is something you need to remember, because something that is happening in school districts across this country right now, and in fact, I'm currently working on a case, is legal issues. School district staff members, including transportation members, are being sued. They're being sued because of lack of training. Does that surprise anyone in this room? Lack of training in specific issues that are very specific to your job. How many of you in this room have broken up, been involved in a physical confrontation on a bus? Can I see your hands? Now leave those hands up for a second, please. Leave them up. How many of you received formal fight intervention skills training before you ever entered the field of transportation? I don't know if everybody sees this, but we have no hands up. Does anyone see a problem here? Could you imagine if I, as a deputy, responded and the sheriff gave me all of this equipment, gun, aerosol product, handcuffs, radio, telescopic baton, gave me all of this equipment, and then said, hey, just go out and arrest people. And I said, okay, that'll work. And he goes, and I said, sir, by the way, how do I use all this stuff? And he goes, oh, you'll figure it out. Could you imagine the liability involved in that? Because there is liability. So one of the things we have to make sure of is that we understand that we touch people a lot on buses. So when we restrict the freedom of someone's liberty or movement, you need to know that you may be using force. If you're restricting it, you probably are. You see, there's 3 different ways that we typically lay hands on people. And let me explain to you what I mean. Rick, mind if I use you for this? Rick is on my bus, and I walk up to Rick and I say, Rick, I need you to move over to this seat. You guys are being disruptive. If I touch Rick like so, I say, Rick, I just need you to step. You need to sit over there, okay? You guys are just way too rowdy over here. I don't know why, but you guys need to, can you step over here? Rick, am I using force on you? Do you feel like I'm using force on you just by that touch? By the way, notice his response is very immediate. No.